Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the two topics, allophones and phonemes. So today we are going to deal with the topic of allophones and phonemes. Before moving to the main points, this is something about me. You can see. Now moving to the main points. What is allophones and phonemes? So allophones and phonemes. So first we are going to see the phonemes. So what is phonemes? Phoneme is the minimal minimal and distinctive unit of sounds. Now friends, before moving to this phonemes, what is phonemes? Phoneme is basically the sound, means this is the sound this is the sound which has been chosen in any particular language. For example, in English there are 44 phonemes. How many phonemes are there? 44 phonemes are there. These are the sounds, these are the 44 sounds chosen in the English language for the communication purpose. So what is phonemes? Phoneme is a single sound. Phonemes will be the 44 phonemes in the English language. We are talking in the English language. So the phoneme is minimal and distinctive unit of sound. So there is each symbol for phoneme, and that is distinct from the other phoneme. Now minimal means what? You have to focus on the two keywords, minimal and distinctive unit of sounds. So what is minimal and distinctive unit of sound? So friends, this minimal means which cannot be further subdivided, into a smaller unit. Means this is the smallest unit of the sound. This cannot be further subdivided. So this is the smallest unit. You cannot divide it. For example, there is the word. What you can do for the word? You can divide the word. You can separate the words. You can separate the W. You can separate the word O. You can separate the word R and D, and even W will be separated in the sounds if you want. Means vowels, there are the vowels which are made from two or more sounds, so you can do that. But phoneme is the minimal and distinctive which cannot be further subdivided. So this is the main definition of the phoneme. Then what is distinctive? Distinctive means each phoneme differ from other phoneme. Means there is no, you cannot say that there is a other phoneme which is same as other phoneme. For example, if I write the symbol, this symbol P, it will be different from symbol or the phoneme ba. The sound pa will be different from the sound ba. Means distinctive, each phoneme will be differ from each other. So just you have to remember two things. What is phoneme? Phoneme is the minimal and distinctive unit of sound. So these two key points you have to remember. Now each phoneme is represented by symbols which we call phonemic symbols. There are total 44 phonemic symbols in English language. Just you have to remember this thing. Each phonemic symbol represent one sound. So this is the basic points. Now you can see here by the example, ta in tub is different from ta in tap and tag. You can see this sound ga and this sound pa. This will be different from the sound ta because of the phoneme change. You can see this other example, cap. In cap, it is made up of three phonemes, three distinctive phonemes. First phoneme is ka, then second phoneme is a, and third phoneme is p. If any of the three phonemic sound changes, then the meaning and the pronunciation will also change. If any of the phoneme is substituted, the word meaning will change. So this is the meaning of phoneme. Now you can see other examples. Ta in type, you can say cop. This is the sound, this is the phoneme. For the word o, the sound is o, and you can see here it is t. In cat, you can see k in cat. So I hope you can understand it. These changes occur because they belong to the same language. Each language selects its vowels and consonants. For example, I have said you there are 44 phonemic sounds in English language. So there are 24 consonant sounds, 24 consonant sounds and 20 vowel sounds. Total 44 phonemic symbols or phonemic sounds has been chosen in the English language, because these changes occur only because they belong to the same language. If we change the sound with the other language, it will not change because it is the different language. So the changes only occurs because of the same language, because there are some limited phonemic sounds in each language which may differ from the other language. Now friends, some sounds like the, and this sounds which is there in the word think. This sound the, which is not in, which is in English but it is not in Hindi language. Other sound like da, which is in Hindi language but it is not in English language. So these are the phonemics sounds which differ from each language. For example, there may be some sounds in Hindi language but there may not be in the English language. Like the example, da occur in Hindi but it is not in English. I have already mentioned you there are 44 phonemes in English and they differ from each other on the basis of what? On the basis of, these phonemes differs on the basis of place of articulation, manner of articulation, voice and voiceless sounds. So I'm gonna do a detailed video on all these three topics, but before moving we should focus on our main topic, that is phonemes. So phonemes also occur in the contrastive distribution. Now friends, what is contrastive distribution? Means they occur in the same position and in the same environment. Means if we change the pa with ba, the meaning and the pronunciation will change. Why? Because they occur in the same position and we change the sound in the same environment. For example, if it is tag and if I change the phoneme ga with p, so it will become tab. Now they occur in the same position and in the same environment. Now the meaning is also changed and the pronunciation is also changed for the particular word. Hence the phonemes are in the contrastive distribution. You can see here with the example man, ban, we have changed pa with g, so the meaning and the pronunciation also change. Now phoneme also occurs in the free variation, they also occurs in the free variation. And now most important point, how is phoneme represented? So phoneme is represented with slash. Now moving to other part, that is allophones. This is allophones. Now what is allophones? Allophones is non-distinctive sounds in the English language which do not change in the meaning. What is non-distinctive? Means you cannot differentiate that, you cannot differentiate the sounds. Means if you change the position of the allophones also, if you change the one allophone with the other, the meaning will not change. Maybe the sound can change but meaning will not change. Non-distinctive sounds in English language which do not change in the meaning and therefore are called allophones. In the simple terms, if I will say, native speakers of English pronunciate some words with ha sounds. Means before pronunciating other words, if they pronunciate one word and after, before pronunciating the other word, the ha sound will be followed by that particular word. I will give the example like take, fast, come. You can pronunciate these words in your end and you will come to know. In many words, what they do, in many words, speaker pronunciate, native speakers, with strong puff of air, aspiration, before pronunciating the next sound or the vowel. Ha sounds comes, and that's, this ha sound is only called aspiration in English. Hence, the following sounds are aspirated in English. Means if these sounds are spoken by the native speakers, the ha sound is followed. Pa, ka and ta sound, t sound. Hope you can understood it. Now they are in the complementary distribution. What does it mean? They are in the complementary distribution means they do not occur in the same position or in the same environment. Means therefore they are said to be in complementary distribution. I am giving the example like if it is spin, this is the sound p. Spin means p, pa sound is more stressed here. This is the aspirated one. And if you will see spin, here sa sound is more strong and p sound is less stressed. Hence here the p is less aspirated and this p is used. But if you will change this p with that p, the meaning of word will not change. Hence they are in the complementary distribution. You can see here the example. Even though the pronunciation change, the meaning does not changes. In pin there is a strong puff and in spin there is a less puff. So hope you have understood it. The examples of the allophones, for example, this is the phoneme, these are the two allophones of this particular phoneme. T as shows the strong puff and this is the normal puff. Means there will be normal puff if this sound is used in the particular word. So these are the allophones of the phoneme T, P, P, and these are the allophones of the phoneme P. Now How is this allophones represented? These allophones are represented with the square bracket. You must remember this point. These allophones are represented with the square bracket. Now concluding with this, what is phonemes? So phonemes are just sounds which are minimal and distinctive. Now what is allophones? Allophones is the versions of phonemes. Phonemes in the sense, in some places the phonemes will be have the strong sounds, strong puff, and in some places the phoneme will have small puff. So if the phoneme will have the variation, these variations are called the allophones. These variations are called the allophones. Means some pronunciations of phonemes will be called as allophones. So I hope you have understood this thing. So this was all about the topic, and thank you for listening.